Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Disha's Illuminate Adventures. This video is going to show you how to look at data for approaches, meets, and masters, not only for your whole grade, but by cohort and by sub-pops. This is super important, especially as we think about Domain 3 data. So this is going to be some pre-work for our semester exams coming up, and so this will allow you to fill out everything on this document for overall data by cohort. So go ahead and go into Illuminate. You're going to find your assessments by going to View Assessments. Because there's no semester exam data, I'm just going to pull up an old AE to model this with. And so I type in my assessment name. I find my assessment. This gives me my overall approaches, meets, and masters. And so you can see it gives me the number of kids in every category. Just one thing to note is for your approaches, you don't have just 32 kids in there. You have 32 plus 21 plus 45 because all of those kids filter into it. For meets, you have 21 plus 45 because your masters also counts in your meets numbers, and then your masters would be 45. So don't forget that when you're putting the number of kids, your percentages are the same way. You'd have to add your percentages. So your approaches percentage is the approaches plus your meets plus your masters. Your meets percentage is your meets plus your masters, and your masters percentage is just your masters. So this is how you find whole school data. Then, or your whole class data. Then if you want to do it by cohort and by sub-pops, you go to reports. You're going to go to matrix report. And here, there's a couple of things. First, you want to go to additional filters, and this is how you do your filters. So all you would have to do is go to reported race first, if you want to do by race, and then African American, if that's a category you're looking for. You click View in Browser. And then here you know who your kids are. So remember, your color coding is the same. Dark green is masters, light green is meets, yellow is your approaches, orange is your did not meet, and then red would be your critical. So here you can put the number of kids in every category. So we have 2 kids for your whole grade level that were approaches, 2 that were at meets, 1 that was at masters. You can also now, because you know your kids really well and which class they're in, you can say, oh, I know these 2 kiddos are in my first period. So in my first period, I had 1 at approaches and 1 at meets. So this allows you to do it by cohort. Where this gets a little bit trickier is when you have a subgroup that's a little bit larger. So let's say I'm going to my LEP subgroup, because that's a pretty large subgroup, my ELs. I have to first reset my race. So I reset my race, now I have all races. Then I go to English proficiencies, and I put identified as limited English proficient. When I go there, I can then click View in Browser. But as you can see here, there's a lot of students who are in this, right? Because we have 77 students, at least in our 3rd grade, that are LEP. And so for this, what I would do is filter it by class. And I could do this by typing in my name. So I'm going to pretend I'm Alana Gibson because I'm in 3rd grade reading. And then I would type in my name again for classes, and I would do it 1 class at a time. And so I have 4th grade, my 4th period here. And so I can just click my 4th period class and now hit View in Browser. And so now my list got shorter because these are only the kids in my 4th period class. So I would do it by class first, and then I would add all that up to get my whole data set. And that's exactly what you're going to be doing for that part of the pre-work. And you can do this for any exam as you are moving forward. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or cries of outrage, please send me an email.